everybody.
Good morning.
Don't know if you can hear us as well, because obviously there's no microphone now, but I'm sure it'll pick it up enough. What day is it?
Sunday.
Sunday. We don't normally move on a Sunday, actually.
No, we don't. Especially on holiday.
We've had a few days up here tinkering with bits of paint and jobs and what have you. Been quite productive. And we've turned the boat around, and instead of heading to Liverpool we're now headed back towards Manchester. The objective today is to go back to Burscough, whatever they call it. There's a Tesco's there, so we can do a big shop. Then on Monday morning we're going to pop into the Burscough services, empty all the tanks, fill all the water, and then trundle back down to Appley Bridge, so that Carol can grab a train to do a bit of a few chores at home and things that have got to be done there. So she's leaving me to my own devices for a week. So that means on Monday night I've got to tidy up and clean up. Don't need to do anything before then.
A week before. A week on Monday. Yeah, week tomorrow.
Week on Monday, yes.
Yeah.
I can be as messy as I want for a week. Yay!
I'll put a little camera on Misty. She'll let me know what's going on.
Yeah, so gonna go back to Appley Bridge. I started polishing the side of the boat and it's not come up too bad actually, although I suspect it won't last. So while I'm stuck at Appley waiting for Carol to return, I'm probably going to have a bash at polishing some more. I don't know if I'll get it all done or not. I might wash the top of the boat because it's filthy. We've washed the sides, we've repainted up both emblems now. Carol's done a cracking job of the bow. So that's to undercoat, but it's looking a lot better. Yeah, so really we're backtracking on ourselves. We have managed to book Liverpool. That's Carol's got a trip home, and then when she comes back I've got a trip home, and then we're booked into Liverpool at the end of the month, or the end of June. So I have 3 nights in the basin there, which will be good, and that'll be really the culmination of the Leeds-Liverpool, I think. So then we turn round and point this way and carry on. Probably towards the Macclesfield, or I don't know really. I'll do the Bridgewater first, I think.
Yeah, it all depends on water levels now, we'll see.
It was good that we got down up off of Wigan, because there's been 1 or 2 issues with Wigan this past week, so we just got down in front of all of that. A real boom. So steady slog, and then a big shop. That's the order of the day. Hopefully we can find somewhere to moor. Talk to you later. Right, as you can see I've masked up for the, I don't know what you call it really, the logo or emblem on the front. Not quite sure I'm going to do pinstripe yet, but I'm going to do the bold colours, the white, the red and the yellow first. I've masked up both sides, you can't see the other side, but it is done. So while Carol's off gallivanting, I'm going to have a bash at this and then probably try and finish polishing the boat down this side. We've got this cracking little spot at the side of Appley Bridge Lock. It's actually the entrance to the old narrow locks, but they're disused now, so it's a cracking little mooring. and it's a good spot for getting up to the side of the boat, so I should be able to get the polishing done. Hopefully I can get this painting done. Can't win the boat here, I don't think, so it'll have to be just this side for now, and then we'll see what transpires on the other side. Obviously on the bow, we haven't done the top coat on the blue yet, this is just undercoat, but Carol's done a cracking job of it, and I'm going to leave her to do the blue, I think. She's got a steadier hand than I have. I'm alright with masking tape, I'm no good freehand. So yeah, looking good really. Might, we talked about possibly changing the cratch board and painting that in one of the blues, perhaps the blue from the emblem on the side. It needs a bit of prep work to get it anywhere near that state, but yeah, we'll crack on and see where we get. So that's the first coat of the red and the white on. Gonna need another coat. Coverage is, well, it's not bad actually, but another coat will make it better. It is much brighter, and the new white paint so much better than that old tin where we've made a bit of a mess of the bike. So fresh paint is the order of the day, I think. It's looking good. I've painted the other side as well, so leave it for today, and then I'll get a second coat on tomorrow and then get the tapes off, and then we'll think about the yellow. Still trying to dream up the best methodology for putting the pinstripes on, but we'll see what gives. I seem to have got some paint on places I shouldn't have as well, as usual, but we'll tidy all that up. That's the paint after the second coat. Looks pretty good. Quite happy with that. So here we have the red and white, 2 coats of red and white have gone on. I haven't done the yellow yet, and as you can see from the yellow, the masking tape seeped in a few places. So now I've got to try and come up with a game plan for how to mask up the yellow. Pretty happy with the finish on the red and white. Little bit of creep on the white curve at the end, but it's not too noticeable. And obviously there's a pinstripe to dream up somewhere along the line. But yeah, both sides are done to this standard, so we're getting there. I'll have a play about with masking tape and a compass tonight, see if I can create a curve to mask up for the yellow. So, this is my first attempt at making a circular mask for the front. I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but we're going to give it a whirl. So I need 100. So the game plan here was to use layers of masking tape stuck to the work surface, and then mark a circle with the compass and cut that out with a knife. After owning hundreds of compasses or compi in the past, it turns out that I couldn't find one of my own at this point, and Carol managed to pick up this set. But to be brutally honest, it was it's plastic, it wobbles, it's not very accurate, and I found it quite frustrating.
Probably a net's wider than 168. I can just about see the line though.
If anybody's wondering, we did look for every circular object in the kitchen, in the boat, and we were unable to find anything the right diameter. I guess it's sod's law really. As you can see, me with my unsteady hands are probably not the ideal person for doing this. However, it turned out not too bad. Probably would have been better if Carol had done it, but immense amounts of concentration involved in trying to get this circle right. All in all, the game plan worked quite well, as you can see. However, we did suffer from paint seeping under the joints in the tape because it's made up of many rows of tape. Probably would have been better if we had a large single piece of tape. Right, it's Sunday. I'm still on my own, and I'm on use up mode, so best tool in the kitchen, this air fryer. Can't really get it wrong. Shove it in, turn it on, wait till it looks done, heat it, right up my street. So it's a bit of a fry-uppy Sunday dinner, which is a bit weird, but there you go. Hi everybody. No, I'm not making dinner or eating my dinner. I'm on Hoover cleansing duties. Our mini Dyson thing had decided it was got no suck left in its system, so we're just doing a bit of a strip down, a clean, and a put back together. Amazing how filthy these things get on the inside. Considering they're supposed to be clean in your place, it's you can strip them down so far easily, but then I always find that you better taking the whole thing to bits. Give it a good wash out and then strip it back together. So Carol's not back yet, so I'm still on my Todd. As you can see, basically trying to invent things to do to keep myself amused. Haven't done much filming, or haven't done as much filming as I should have done. So we're running quite short of footage. However, I'm sure you're going to be thrilled at watching me cleaning an Hoover. Sorry, a Dyson. I don't know if you can see, but I've got as far as T. All of that is shiny. We've got some neighbours now, 3 boats. My tranquility's broken, although nobody's set out yet, so I'm not very talkative. But I'll do that tomorrow, and then I'm going to have to think about winding the boat. I think I mentioned this spot in a previous video. This is Apley Deep Lock, and it's a brilliant place for mooring. There's a old channel that goes down the side here to what were aptly shallow locks. There's two of them, but they're disused now, so this piece of this entranceway to the lock is a fantastic place to moor, and it's allowed me to spend time polishing the boat. I've turned the boat, done both sides, and tinker with the painting and what have you, and it's great because you've got this lovely edge, so you can get right up to the boat. It's very convenient. It's lovely and peaceful. As you can see, there's absolutely nobody here today. It gets a bit busy at the weekends, but generally with people passing through the locks, so there's no problem with wash or wake or anything of that sort. The boats are all going through that lock, and you're just down here, you know, nice and sedate and out of the way. I had a couple of neighbours for a few days. I've been here just under a week while Carol's been at home. She's due back tomorrow. We may stop another day or two, but want to try and get the paint on the front, so I might do that before we leave. But it's a great spot if anybody gets a chance to come up here. I can highly recommend it. So I just thought I'd have a little walk down. This is where we're moored, and this is the entrance to the old locks. These locks are disused, although I was talking to a chap earlier who said they were redone not that long ago, but they look well in disrepair to me. So you can see the entrance here is full of weed. These are the old lock gates. Still water getting to them, although it's obviously barred off. Nobody could get through. I don't think these lock gates have been renewed anytime soon, so I don't know where that sail was coming from. Still see a sill. There's obviously still some water passing through. So that's a pound, which is completely weeded up. And I'm guessing the lock is somewhere over there amongst those trees. I think I've seen the gates from the other end. Oh, a few more ends. So that's the disused lock. Mrs. Machin's come back to me, so I've put her straight to work. She's on top coat blue. In not the easiest of positions, to be fair, and she's got a dodgy foot, so
Excuse my bum.
but I thought you might enjoy a little bit of painting action. It's looking good up to now. So this is his first coated top on the blue. We're going to try and hang around here for another day, I think, and see whether we can get a second coated top on before I pull the tapes. So that would be great. Right then, Carol has put the second coat on, and it's just tacky, and I want to get these tapes off now. So we're going to see whether we can get them off without making a mess of it. Broke paint off there. Black though. Blue.
Is it bled into there?
No, I don't think so, not much anyway. Looking pretty good. It's not pulling edge off, that's good.
Yeah. Just a bit on the right.
I've got to touch it up round yellow anyway, haven't we?
Yeah.
You're pointing that at what we're supposed to be pointing it at?
I think so. It's Excuse my camera skills, everybody.
Ooh, there's other good news, by the way. I've ordered another transmitter. So she can talk to you again.
Oh yeah.
Well, that looks pretty good, lass.
Once we've finished all the little painting jobs we've got to do, and the all around the rubbing strake and gunnels, the next sort of job is the cratch. We decided it's showing that so it's really tatty. So all the frame and everything that's going to be redone, and the engine room, really, engine room, stern.
What's the verdict?
I'm quite happy with it. Little touching up to do.
Looks good. It looks good.